I'm really excited to be working on this bill with the city of Seattle and especially with Seattle Center, which is in my district. It's a bill that has to do with the Seattle Center, but it's not just about Seattle, it's about the whole state of Washington. So the idea behind the bill is we're going to have a lot of people at Seattle Center for the fan zone during the World Cup. And we want people to be able to move around freely, if they're of age, to be able to enjoy an alcoholic beverage and enjoy the facility within the secure boundaries of the Seattle Center. And they have a lot of experience at Seattle Center managing big events, managing service, making sure folks are properly ID'd, having security. And the bill also requires extensive cooperation between the Liquor and Cannabis Board and the Seattle Center in creating the plan for how we're going to do this safely. Without this bill, if people want to drink at events at Seattle Center, typically you have to stay inside a kind of penned-in beer garden area, which actually ironically tends to cause people to consume more alcohol because they're trying to quickly buy drinks, maybe multiple drinks, drink them really fast, and then get back to being able to move around the event. It also means that people are really close together. Those beer gardens become really crowded. So in a security situation, it could be really dangerous if we need to move people quickly in and out of the area. And also, if you've ever been to an event and you've gone to the Seattle Center Armory, or what we called the Center House back in my day, before an event, each of those licensed businesses in the Armory can only serve drinks in their specific kind of fenced area. So you can't kind of buy, even though the Armory is almost like a food court style place, so you'd think you'd be able to move freely within the building. It's actually not allowed right now. So this bill would also allow those existing licensees in the Armory to share an alcohol service area together, which again just creates a much better experience and allows people to kind of move more freely. The second part of the bill is really focused on another part of my district, which is Ballard. So that part of the bill would allow a city or a county to designate a specific area, like a street block, for example, and within that area have certain flexibility to outdoor dining regulations and also allow multiple licensees within that area to share an alcohol service space. So if you have, in Ballard, you have 3 or 4 or 5 breweries all next to each other, this would allow you to sort of get a drink at one brewery, carry it over to watch the game, meet up with your friends in another brewery or in the street in front of the breweries. And the street would have to be closed. So it has to be in a kind of designated secure area, but it would allow people to move around more freely in that area. And we're anticipating a lot of people are going to be watching the World Cup games in Ballard, in pedestrian zones, in Seattle, and in other cities. And so we want to just provide this flexibility. And it's been really great working with the Liquor and Cannabis Board to make sure this is something we can do safely, to make sure this is something we can do in a way that respects all of our laws and doesn't encourage crazy consumption, but just allows people to consume responsibly. Sometimes we call it the sip and stroll bill because it's just going to allow people to buy a drink if they want one, stroll around the designated area, and sip on their drink as they're kind of walking around, enjoying Seattle, enjoying the fan zone, and hopefully enjoying the World Cup.